Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for letting me come into your space for a little bit of time today. We're going to do the weekly readings for, what are the signs? For Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. Okay, so Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, and Libra. And we're going to start with, We're going to start with Scorpio and go backwards, and the others will be timestamped below. So, hi Scorpio. Thank you again for joining. I appreciate it. My name is Dawn, and we're going to get into your weekly read. So let's take a look at an energetic focus, a high fractal. And this is all about angelic being. Okay, so usually I read these straight out because the messages are short and clear. Your angelic being has been with you since the day of your birth and will continue to be with you when you cross through the veil and return home. Your angelic guardian is asking you to look for signs and synchronicities. They are trying to communicate with you now in a whisper of gentle guidance. You may hear your name being called. Feel the subtle touch of a feather or a tender tickle. You may see a sign on a billboard, a magazine, or even on TV. Keep your awareness open to the messages that they are bringing you. Okay, so this is all about support. You know, you've got support from your team. And this week, let's take a look at how that support may play out for you in the week ahead. We're just in this Lion's Gateway. August 8th was the Lion's Gate, so that would have been just on the Saturday, right? And then we just came through with this August 3rd Aquarius full moon as well. So there's some big energies flowing and lots of shakeups. So Scorpio, how does the angelic being want to come in and talk about your life? Here we go. So you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. So this suggests maybe, Scorpio, that you've been in a time of solitude, that things have been a challenge for you, and given the situation in our world, currently, that makes a lot of sense that may be the case for you. And this is all about getting out of that isolation mode and starting to join in with your community again, starting to reach out. And sometimes when, we create a new pattern, let's say, and this would be a pattern where we were asked to stay home and isolate, that creates a way of being, it becomes a habit. And this is suggesting that we don't want for this to be a habit. We all need to be connected, through community, through our collective consciousness, but also just physically within our neighborhoods, within our tribes and our circles. So the message here is to make sure that you're not isolating yourself too much, right? And then you have inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So you've got some opening up that's happening, and you've got a lot of assistance around that. You may have a new opportunity opening up for you this week, and that manifestation portal is really strong, and the ability to transform and transmute energies within this window this week and the next week forward are still strong. So something may be coming forward for you, Scorpio, in the next week. In the coming days, or maybe has just started to come through, and it's sort of pulling you out of, if this applies to you and you've sort of isolated a bit, you're reaching out some more because you've got this connection and this opportunity here. And then you have lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything aligned must go. So there's some, your angels are telling you that your guides, like your spirit guides, the message is really clear with Scorpio this week that there's some internal work to do. You've got to bring yourself out if you've been isolated, and it's become a pattern that isn't serving you. Then it's time for you to get connected again. And even if that's just one or two people at a time, one situation at a time, it's time for you to do that. And, the situation in the world is allowing for that as well in a physical way. And then over here, you've got this lifting of the veil. So your connection is very strong right now. When you've got the angelic realm and you've got the veil is that, that invisible sort of line. It's like the portal, the going through the door. It's that line that separates spirit from physical, so to speak. And this is really, really thin right now for you, Scorpio. And you're being asked to take a look and move into that, dig deeper, you know, question things and see what it is that you want to get started with as you come out of this phase, if this applies to you. So let's get a little bit more energy and see where you may be getting more guidance and more direction this week. And you really want to pay attention to animals that repeat. Like if you keep seeing a certain color of butterfly, certain kind of dragonfly, if you're seeing more dogs than usual, or all of a sudden you're seeing blue jays all the time, like pay attention to that. Those are signs and signals. If you have repeating words, repeating numbers, all of that, those are also signs and signals for you. Those are messages, right? Okay. So we've got be a magnet for light, love, and joy here with you're not alone. So you need that physical connection, and you're opening up again. You're really going to go through an elevation on a spiritual, energetic level. And this is the hedgehog spirit energy where it's really asking you to step in. This is Archangel Gabriel. This hedgehog energy, be a magnet for love, light, and joy. It's time for you to open up. It's time for you to receive that love and that joy. It's time for you to get back into the swing of things and find joy in what it is you do, whether that's continuing what you were doing in the last several months, or perhaps there are new opportunities that are coming forward for you. Then you have guinea pig, Archangel Mary. Do your part to illuminate the universe. See, so this is cosmically connected again. You know, your angels are showing you ways that you can positively impact yourself, your immediate world, and the world around you. And that could be as simple as shifting your perspective. You know, looking at things from a whole new vision can really change things, and it has a ripple effect throughout your life. And then we have pig, maintaining self-worth and self-esteem. So you have Archangels Mary, Gabriel, and Uriel. So you want to make sure here, yeah, you've got the lifting and what's aligned must go, maintaining your self-worth and self-esteem. So perhaps this is connected to a person in your life, and that may be it because I'm getting the signal. So it seems the way this is going is that there's a person in your life or a set of people in your life that have kind of, you've held yourself back. You've been restricted. You've been feeling like you need to isolate from them. You need to step back, and you're being asked to realize your worth and understand your strength and know that the universe has a different plan for you. And now is the time to get out of that energy, okay? Whatever's happening with these people or with this one person, that is evolving and shifting out. You're elevating your frequency now. You're getting into a higher state of vibration. And that means that whatever this person or this situation is that has made you feel less than, has possibly done, you know, a little bit of manipulating and gaslighting and making you feel like you're, you know, something that you're not, then this is going to shift out this week, or begin to shift out this week. But pay attention to those signs and symbols, okay? All right, so let's pull one more card. And please make sure to click like if you know you're getting something from this, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'd really appreciate that. Share with others and help me to build and grow. So Scorpio, what's going to end out today? Sorry, my nails are short here. This is the Finch energy. New opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. There you go. So that just confirms for you, Scorpio, that there are some new opportunities opening up. And it's through your connection to your angels, to spirit guides around you, and to your higher source, you know, thinning of the veil here, to collect those messages, to be open to receive those messages. Open your heart space and really be ready, because there's opportunity that's going to come through this process, and you want to be in a good space to receive it, okay? So that's your quick read for August 9 to August 15, Scorpio. Thanks so much for spending the time today. I appreciate it. Until next time. All right, and the next one is what is after. So we just did Scorpio, now we're going to Libra. Hi Libra. All right, let's get started with you. We are going to do a reading for you for August 9th to August 15th. Now keep in mind we're just coming out of the window of energy for the Aquarius full moon, which was full of lots of surprises. And we're just in the tail end of this Lion's Gate, August 8th, 8-month, 8-day energy. So this is a really big portal. There's a lot that can go on right now, Libra. So let's take a look at what the focus is going to be for this week for you. Oh, this is a beautiful fractal. And I don't know that I've seen this one before. You can even enlarge these and meditate with them. They have beautiful high frequency energy within them. So 39, let's get started, and then we'll pull cards once we read this. Resolution. Life is like a puzzle, and we put the pieces together in a way that fits for us. Until now, your puzzle hasn't seemed to fit together in a way that has made sense. What seems out of harmony will begin to feel balanced. Even though some things feel like they just won't work, shifts and adjustments are happening now. You will find that things will start to fall into place and that everything will fit together perfectly in your life. So you've got a realigning, you've got a coming together. So things are integrating for you, Libra, in the coming week in that window. So you may have gone through some kind of a cosmic shift, an energetic shift, where you've made some realizations, you've been doing some shadow work, and things are coming to you more, becoming more clear. You may feel off balance about that. Gaining new information, trying to integrate new skills is always, it's a learning curve, right? So it feels off balance. But let's get a little more information around what this, what it is that you're coming into alignment with now. Okay, all paths lead to home, inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So you are going through this breakthrough in terms of shifting in an energetic level, just like what we talked about. So what's happening, Libra, with some of you, those of you that this applies to, this week is a time for, you're opening up. Your intuition is on fire. These portals are wide open right now. The energy is very, very strong. And Libra, you're being asked to receive that, to receive the information, to receive the energetic upgrades. And you're already receiving them, which is why this card has come forward, because you're feeling a little bit off balance, a little offset, and that happens when we're reintegrating everything and we're releasing things. So this is a confirmation of that. Then you have the 7 star sisters, birthing, creations, tapestry of life, and expression. So you're being asked to express yourself here. You're being asked to really tap into what it is that you believe, to align with your truth. Perhaps you've had a situation, Libra, in the recent past where you haven't really, things have been misaligned. You've been receiving messages that don't feel that the truth of it, because your intuition is much stronger now. And perhaps that's caused some I'll just leave that there. That's caused some dissonance. And this is a reminder that, you are a co-creator. You create your universe and your reality around you. And signs are really strong right now with your connections, to the higher realms, to integrate this information and to realize what your worth is in your ability to create anything that you want. So if there's something you've been holding back on, it may be time now to move forward with that. And the last one is the weight of the world. Yeah, there you go. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. So this is really the key here, is you're going through this integration where, and Libra is all about balance, right? It's all about the balance and having that harmony, and everyone is getting along and everything is aligned. And perhaps it is that you've allowed your boundaries to be overstepped because you wanted to compromise and keep the peace, but it wasn't really compromising. It was just sort of preventing a possible confrontation. you know? So you're being asked to really step in and have very clear boundaries about what it is that you'll allow in terms of how people treat you and the way they behave around you, but also boundaries around you and your expression, because you're being asked to, you know, express and bring out your creative nature. So you've got to really set the boundaries also in terms of being assertive and understanding you have the right to share that information. You have the right to bring about your thoughts, your beliefs, and have that in the mix as well. So it's not just others, you know, that we should consider. Libra, you're being asked this week to consider yourself, because you're really integrating some things right now, and it's of a spiritual nature, and it's definitely around keeping and maintaining healthy boundaries. So that's possibly an area of focus for the Libra this week. That's too many, sorry. If one falls out, we take it, but otherwise, no. And you know, I'm interested to see how this all pans out. So if you hear the reading and then through the week something clicks and it makes sense, I'd love to hear some feedback in the comments about that. And if you're getting something from the reading when it's finished, you know, please click like and subscribe and help me to raise my awareness. Oh, lovely. Here we go. Yeah. So we've got this connection here. And then here we've got all paths lead to home, intuition, turning your gaze within into your higher self, into your soul. And over top of that, we've got the owl spirit energy. Listen to the message of the angels. Owl is my absolute, it's just my creature. The wisdom that comes from that. You know, they're all knowing, they're all seeing. They rise above and they look down below from this great perspective. And you're being asked to look at things from that higher perspective and realize that you're being guided by something you possibly can't see, to be opening up into this new integration, this new awareness. And then you have gray squirrel, finding new ways of solving problems. So this again, to me, okay, birthing creations and expression, finding new ways of solving problems. So perhaps with this situation with boundaries, you know, this squirrel energy is coming in, and this is with Archangel Raphael. Squirrel energy is coming in to say, you know, use that creativity for sure to make sure that you find solutions toward these issues around establishing and keeping your boundaries strong, right? And understanding that what doesn't belong to you, you need to let it go. So not enabling someone else to make their burden seem easier, because it's not helping them to learn their lesson, and it's not helping you, you know. And if someone else, if you're carrying a lot of responsibility, take a look at that and see if it's maybe that you're carrying things that don't belong to you, that you know, you're really concerned and worried over situations that are not yours to hold and to carry with you. You can be supportive, but you know, there's a line, the boundaries, right? There's that line that we've got to separate ourselves from. And then goat, act from your innate wisdom. So absolutely, this message just keeps coming through with the intuition and the innate wisdom. That's that inner knowing. That's your connection to your higher source. And that's being grounded into the earth's energy to be stable. And you're being asked right now, like, that is opening up to you, Libra. It's all on fire. It's integrating now. And this has to do definitely around boundaries, letting some things go, hanging on to things that don't belong to you. It could be emotions, situations, you know, responsibility for others where it's not your place to hold that burden. You know, that's for someone else. That's for them. So you need to kind of gently, mentally just give them their basket of goods back and let them deal with that. Or maybe you need to tell them, you know, actually speak and tell them, okay, that's the one. So final message is Bluebird. You're being gifted with blessings, happiness, and peace. So this balance will come as you move through this. You've just got to reestablish some boundaries with others this week, it looks like, Libra, and you'll be able to really integrate and tune in and things will flow more smoothly. Once those boundaries are clear and you let go of things that don't belong to you and don't serve you, then you're able to let that emotional stuff go, release it, forgive it, whatever it is you need to do, and then that peace and harmony will come back and you'll have that balance, okay? So Libra, those are your messages for August 9th to 15th. Thanks for joining me. Remember to live big, don't dim your light for anybody, and until next time. Hi Virgo, how are you? We are going to get started with your weekly read, August 9 to August 15th. So we're going to start with a high fractal energy card just to get a feeling for where the energy and vibrations may be going this week for you. So what is the week looking like? What's the flavor of the week for Virgo? August 9th to August 15th. Okay, we've got number 44. We've got this beautiful spiral with all the different colors of the chakras there. So number 44 is divine guidance. Beautiful soul, you play a very important role in the awakening of this planet. Your light is so needed here. You're always wrapped in a loving embrace of the divine. It's in those times when your tears may fall or when you feel most alone that your angels and guides are with you the most, shining their light and their love on you. You, special soul, are being lovingly guided and supported on your path. Look for the signs, feel the love, know you're supported always. Yeah, and never doubt that love and light is shining on you. So this is all about messages from universal spirit, messages from, from the other side, so to speak. And it's about tuning in because Virgo, there's something that's coming through here with this August 8th, 8-8 gateway with the Lion's Gateway. Massive energy that we're still in the portal for. And the energy is wide open for us to really access and elevate our frequencies for sure. And we've also got the August 3rd Aquarius full moon that just finished, and we're sliding out of that window of energy right now. So it's a really big portal right now for things to happen. And you've got something important that you need to share with the world. And that could just be simply that you vibrate so high and you come from such a positive, optimistic, completely self-accountable point of view that you are shining your light for others just as a model for who you are. Or it could be something a little more all-encompassing than that. So we have, you've got the love, Hadrian energy, codependency and boundaries. So perhaps it is that, your boundaries haven't been clear. They've been a little bit blurred with people. Someone's maybe depending on you a little bit too much right now. And they're able and capable of doing things for themselves, but they've slid into this, this sort of codependency, and you're enabling that and, playing into that role. It could also be you, perhaps, that the boundaries aren't clear and you're sort of seeking a lot of reassurance and a lot of validation from others, and really you've got this. You're a bright star. You've got all kinds of gifts that are just waiting to unfold, Virgo. And so make sure your boundaries are clear. Make sure that you're not falling into possibly a pattern of codependency with someone or a situation. Then we have We the Hathors, deep love, birth as a portal. So this again is all about connecting into that light energy. It's all about bringing forth something new. So you're possibly elevating frequency, as I mentioned before. You're going through a breakthrough, or you're about to come through a breakthrough. And this energy right now with the dates that we're in this August, plus, we've got the eclipse and retrograde season. The energies are really asking us to to shift, to let go of old things, to stop old patterns that no longer serve us, and to create new. And this is a beautiful portal for you right now. That's what's being confirmed here. And we have baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. So as soon as you get some kind of an inkling, you know, some kind of divine guidance, whether that's through visual or you hear something, you see something, someone gives you a message, you know, it all depends. It'll be different for everyone. But before it even makes sense, if you have an impulse, an intuition for something, believe that, because your intuition is super strong right now, Virgo. So you may have an opportunity that's coming to be presented with this portal. You may be manifesting a whole new idea, birthing something new that is really going to help elevate your frequency and help you manifest as well, okay? So let's take a look. We had one come out. We'll extend even more on this. Okay. So over top of this one here, you've got the love with codependency and boundaries. We've got parrot, listen intently to understand. So making sure in the situations where the lines are getting a little bit blurry, making sure that you're listening with that objective ear, making sure that you're following your intuition when someone speaks to you, so that you're not filling in your own gaps, so to speak, Virgo, and misinterpreting the message or misreading it from the place that you're understanding it, right? Because someone delivers a message from their level of understanding and perception, but we receive it from ours, and we interpret it from our own lens. So you need to make sure that you're becoming more clear with those boundaries, and that you're not misreading messages that are coming from others or other sources, all right? And then we have sheep, act with fortitude and cooperation. So you want to stick to it, whatever this is. And this is on top of this deep love and this birthing portal that you've got. Wonderful. So you've got others that will help you with cooperation. It's not just the universal source that's cooperating with you or that you're going to cooperate with. It's others as well. Others in your tribe, others in your family, your community, your workspace, whoever it is. But you've got cooperation from others here. And whatever this is that comes forward for you this week, Virgo, really, you've got to take some action. You know, as soon as you see it and intuitively know, before it makes sense to you. And then you've got to come in here with this and stick. The fortitude is like stick with it, stick to it. Don't dismiss it, don't give up on it, because it's something that's important and you need to see it through. And then we've got the rat, be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. So this is rat spirit energy. That's beautiful. So we're coming right on top of this here. And this one is all about following your intuition and taking action while being true to yourself. And the universe is going to really come in, bring things in your favor here with this portal coming forward. So I'm not entirely sure what this pertains to, with the exception of some boundaries being mentioned here and connections with codependency perhaps. But you're really getting divine guidance right now. The portal is open and super strong. And it's time you're coming into an opportunity perhaps where you're creating something new. So be ready for that, you know, and be ready to work with others as well and receive. But keep your healthy boundaries for sure, for sure, for sure. And I'd love to hear this week if things worked out, if you follow this read, and then as the week goes on, things are unfolding and connecting with the reading, please drop a line in the comments for me. And if you get something from this, please like and subscribe and help me to build and grow. Okay, so we'll take one feather energy message, one of my favorites, and see how it connects everything in. Crow energy, universal laws and truths are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your own reality. That's exactly what we've been saying right now. You know, the portal is really strong. You've got the divine guidance here that's coming in, gangbusters for you right now, Virgo. And it's saying, as this is revealed, make sure that you keep your healthy boundaries, but you have a possibility of creative energy flowing and opportunities coming. So, pay attention to the intuition. Pay attention, Virgo, to the messages you hear. You see the signs and the signals, anything out of the ordinary or repetitive. Pay attention to that and bring meaning to that so that you can move along and open and flow with this portal, which is going to elevate you and your frequency in the end. So those are your messages, Virgo, for August 9 to 15. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And until next time, have a great week. Hi, Leo. We are going to get started with your weekly read this week, August 9 to August 15th. And this is your season right now, and we just had the Lion's Gateway, August 8th, and we've just had the full moon a few days ago in Aquarius, and right now is your season. So let's see what strong energy is going to come forward for you for this next week, because things are powerful for you. Things are happening. Okay, that's the one that fell. Oh, sorry, there's two, so no. We'll do it again and then we'll cut. So we only want one, just one. Oh, lovely, okay. So see this, you've got the infinity here, the infinite, and it's number 11, I believe, which is a master number, right? So let's take a look here. Infinite possibilities. So Leo, your daydreams are the creation of your deepest desires and wishes. While they do hold guidance as to what you're wanting and needing on your path, they also carry a creative force for manifestation. The universe is asking you to allow yourself to dream, to allow the idea that the impossible can be possible. Your greatest wishes in life are a big key to your path, and the entire universe is working with you right now to bring those dreams to fruition. The possibilities of what can be manifested are infinite. So this is confirming this is a huge portal for you right now, Leo. And things are shaking up. Things are opening up. You are a child of the infinite and infinitely always connected to your source. And all you have to do is tap in. That's literally all you have to do. Just ask. And your guides will come in and support you, but you are a piece of the infinite as well. Let's see what our light working cards have to say. So we have longing for home, homesickness for the stars. All right. So remembering that you're an infinite being, maybe there's been times in the recent past that you've been feeling like you don't belong here, like it's burdensome, like you're not a child of this world, and you're getting all these symptoms of ascension, so to speak, and perhaps you're a little forgetful, your ears are ringing, your feet and your hands get hot and tingly, top of your head, that kind of thing. All these signs and symbols that you're elevating and upgrading, and it's connecting you, to the infinite, to the infinite here, and it's creating this longing. Just realize that, you're incarnated here this lifetime for a reason, and you are meant to have this human experience and experience joy through this human experience. So, Spirit's acknowledging that you feel this way, but understand even here in this earth plane, you are an infinite being and anything is possible for you, Leo. All right, double mission, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. There you go. You can't get even more confirmation than that. So, Starseed Lightworker, for those of you that identify with and align with that universal frequency and Lightworkers and Starseeds, this is confirmation from Spirit saying you've really got to tap into this infinite energy, your manifestations, your ability to bring things into the physical and manifest is so strong, right, especially right now, and you need to really open up and recognize that so that you can use your powers for the betterment of you and for the betterment of others as well. And then you have the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So you're being asked to look after your inner child a little bit and get connected. Maybe there's been some misalignment, Leo, and some conflict for you in the recent past where you've had some triggers. You know, inner child comes up sometimes when we have triggers and we're disconnected with our inner child. Something happens, it sparks a memory that we haven't resolved from the past, and that affects the way that we behave in the moment. And we need to just reassure that inner child that we've got this. We're elevating, we're transmuting energies, you know, we are evolving and growing, and we've got this. You know, the adult version of us has got this, and reassure that inner child. Also, it could be, it's time to let some things go, to do some shadow work, a little bit of inside work, to let the baggage go of some things that have happened in the past, to open up your frequency even more, so that you can receive all of these beautiful blessings in abundance, Leo. All right, so let's take a look at some animal spirit energy and see how that gives us some more information about this week ahead for Leo. Okay, and let's see. We have giraffe, raven, and parrot. Okay, so giraffe, aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom, and this comes on top of longing for home, homesick for the stars. So higher knowledge and wisdom, infinite being, get connected to where you feel home is. If this applies to you, Leo, get connected into where you feel your true home base is, and you're going to be rewarded for that. Things will open up for you, and you're going to feel that beautiful, beautiful love coming through. Yeah, you've got some knowledge and wisdom to share here. Plus, you have the starseed and the light worker, right? Is that this one? Double mission, yeah. So it's really saying pay attention to that, because you're super connected, and it's really time to tune in and pay attention, because you're about to go through a real shift in a cycle here. Then you have there you go. Raven is preparing for change. So with this light worker starseed mission, I just got a lot of emotion around this. There are some Leos here that this is like your transformation. This is you're transmuting, and you're raising your frequency. And I'm sorry I'm getting emotional, but it's just bang, like all of a sudden here. So this is a big deal. You've either entered into, or in the near future, you're about to enter into a huge transformation where you're going to get connected back into your originating sources, and you're going to realize what an infinite being you are, and these light working gifts and these starseed gifts are going to come forward, and you're going to discover what they're going to be used for, because change is happening here. And this is to begin with, this is an internal shift, and it's a huge internal shift, and it's a beautiful thing. It's very exciting. But then that manifests into the external as well once we've integrated all of that, right? Sorry. So then we have parrot, listening intently to understand. And that comes over this inner child, tenderness and innocence, the golden children. So you've really got to pay attention when triggers come up for you, and they will come up through this process, right? So you've got to pay attention to that, and you've got to be gentle, and you've got to be nurturing with your inner child, and be patient. It's okay. It's part of the process. Just move through that fear. When things come up, that was then, and this is now. You know, when we have the memory, it feels as if we're experiencing it right in the moment again. And really, our brain doesn't know the difference between the reality and the memory. You can still feel the same ickiness or the same joy based on the memory, right? And you're being asked here, really pay attention to what's being expressed, and really try and understand, so that you can transmute some of this inner child misalignment, you know, some of these fears that are being triggered up, some of these things that are ready to be let go. Be patient with yourself, you know, no negative self-talk, no belittling self-talk. Like there's no room for that in here. Things may come up, Leo, where, you know, it's frustrating, it's challenging, but don't get hard on yourself. You know, you've got to give yourself the gift of grace right now, because you are birthing something that can be profound. For those of you that this applies to, it can really be profound. And I'd be very interested this week, for those of you watching, as the week unfolds, if this applies to some of you and things start to come forward that connect the dots, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, just to see how it's connecting with people and how the information is being received and getting through to you, And by all means, please like and subscribe and help me grow. That would be phenomenal. So let's take a look at one more card here to round out the message. And this is Ostrich. The choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. This is coming up. This is what's coming forward with this. With you being this divine, infinite being with infinite possibilities, all these doors are opening here. You're transmuting energies, and the time is now to allow for that to happen. And you know what the choice is to follow, because you're connecting in with your heart and your inner child. And things are really unveiling for you in a way that you never perceived them before. You're feeling your connections to your home space, so to speak, to your creator. You're feeling connections to the infinite, universal energy. You're feeling connections to those around you, and it's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So, pay attention to that, and you'll be ready to make that choice as this moves through. This may be a much longer process than the next week. This is kind of a big deal, so give yourself time, be patient with it, but it looks like in the next week or so, this is what's going to begin to unfold, or has already started. This process has already started for you. So Leo, those are your messages, August 9 to 15. Thanks so much for allowing me into your space. Until next time.